Well, we knew we would come around to this one. What are my thoughts on Prince's album, Purple Rain? What's going on, ladies and gents of Cyberland? Coming back with another album review. Purple Rain. As far as I can recall, whenever I would hear a song from this album, it was really only one, which is really crazy when I think about it now. And it was When Doves Cry. That was also the only video I would ever see on MTV where I'm like, why is this dude what is with this dude and these doves and dude in the bathtub? What is this shit? And then the outfit he was wearing, like, man, what is this? Like, you know, and then Debbie the blood, the picture. I'm like, man, what? So I was like, man, change the channel. And of course, family was like, what are you talking about? We ain't changing the channel. This is Prince. You don't know nothing about this. I'm like, yeah, you're right, I don't. And I would like walk out. I'm like, what is this, man? Debbie the blood, the picture. You never need to the kiss. I'm like, you know, and then I would see clips and stuff from the video. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, what is that? I'm like, is this from a movie or something? Anyway, fast forward years later, decades later, and yeah, it was. You know, this is a classic album, 10 out of 10 yes sirs, get that out of the way. But, ow, damn, cut my hand. The thing about this album, this is what made Prince blow up, and everybody was on him, and he was the hottest thing and all this shit, at least during that time. But to me, I always wondered, did the album blow up because of the album? Or did the album blow up because of Purple Rain and controversy, like what they had already built up with him? Or did the album blow up because of the movie? You know, I've always wondered that. Because, you know, I was very little when this album and the movie dropped. And it was one of those things where it was very special from the beginning track to the ending track. It flowed very well, but so did 1999 as well. Even Controversy, not as much as Controversy, but 1999 flowed from beginning to end. But with this album, you definitely see a lot more of Prince being very experimental. Not too experimental, but very experimental in getting out what he wanted for the music part. The lyrics were definitely more emotional. A little. I would say When Doves Cry and Purple Rain probably were the darkest songs to an extent. Explicitly, really only Darling Nikki. I never felt anything else on the album was like off the wall or anything. Whew. And the album goes hand in hand with the movie kind of thing, so it really works. I ain't gonna front though. No matter how old I get, Apollonia was just, damn, that woman. Oh my goodness. Like, you know, Prince has been with a lot of beautiful women, and I still, it's like Vanity, Sheila E., or Apollonia. Like which one, you know? And Apollonia was just, God, man. And the album, I guess you could say, center around his emotions with dealing with being his band, himself, trying to be in a relationship with this woman he just met that he just is falling head over heels for, but doesn't know how to really be honest about himself with it, and dealing with his rival group, and then people chastising the way he makes music, and then his family. So he's got a lot of shit, I guess you could say, he's dealing with. And all that is incorporated into the music. You know, you get that from When Doves Cry, you get that from Darling Nikki, you get that from Take Me With You, you get that from Purple Rain, you really, like, almost every single song, you pretty much get a layer of what's going on in this guy's head, you know? And it's really what the album what I felt the album was. The other thing is that this was his most experimental album, because songs like Darling Nikki, Computer Blue, and Take Me With You they were something very different, but something very special. If you understand what I'm saying about it. Do I feel this was Prince's greatest album? I don't feel it is his best album to me. It's not my favorite album by him. However, for the masses, they'll probably say that. I still... There's another album later down that's more special to me than Purple Rain. I don't feel there's really anything I can say about this album that hasn't been said. It's one of those. It's just a very special gem of work, of music. And the good thing is Prince didn't go overboard with his explicitness, the sexual explicitness that he had already started with 1999. Outside of Darling Nikki, there wasn't anything that was just like, oh, you know, it was just, that was the song. You know, even though he had other songs that were B-sides, but that doesn't count because, you know, at this time, how many people really got that? So if you haven't heard it, you know, it's definitely an album you should check out. And I don't know what else I could say. It's just a very special time period. And I would say if you're gonna listen to the album, watch the movie, or listen to the album and then watch the movie, and then go back and forth so you can kind of, if you know, get a more or a better understanding of the work. And I think that's what worked for me with this one, is understanding where he was coming from with certain songs like Darling Nikki. I was like, oh, I just thought it was just song. Like, no, it's actually him dissing he's dissing Apollonia. But then, you know, Take Me With You is about his relationship with her. When Doves Cry is about his family. You know, Purple Rain is about Apollonia to an extent. You know, yeah. So that being said, you know, oh shit, top 5 tracks: Let's Go Crazy, When Doves Cry, Take Me With You, I Would Die For You, and Purple Rain. I gotta say, no, I wouldn't change. That would be my tracks, definitely. Yep, those would be my tracks. So, cue the music.
And if the elevator tries to break you down, go crazy, punch a higher floor. Don't lie, the world you're living in. Take a look around, at least you got friends. I call my old lady, more friendly word. She picked up the phone, dropped it on the floor. That's all I heard. I'm not gonna let the elevator break us down. Oh no, let's go crazy, let's get nuts. for the purple banana, did it.